What's up, everyone? Justin here. I'm back with a new WTF show part 2 where I'm gonna fucking go off and absolutely destroy and rant about this piece of shit company that came back from the dead somehow. I don't know how the fuck Rob Black got funding or some sponsors. I don't fucking know. Or ever. Maybe someone's funding them. I don't fucking know, to bring back XPW. Maybe they're going to go under again. That would be good. That would be a good fucking thing if they went away for good. I hope it happens, to be honest. Because XPW's like a fucking giant boil on the ass of the wrestling business. It's like a giant cancer. It's not good, in my opinion. It's not good for wrestling. They are a fucking joke of a company, and they're not a wrestling company. I can never, ever, ever say XPW had a 5-star match or put on a great match ever in their history. They never had a great match ever put on in their entire company's history. They haven't been around that long, but their first run, they were around from October 99 to 2003. Then they went away. And I didn't miss them one bit when they went under. Then they come back in, I think 2023 or 2022. My point is, they're not good for wrestling. They're just a shit, low-budget company that produces shit. A lot of death matches. And a lot of bullshit that's in their company. So their last show, I did a part 1 already on the return of XPW. This is part 2, where I will go off and not be kind to them. A lot of their wrestlers, at one point, when they came back, they were working somehow with some talented wrestlers. Camille, Taya Valkyrie, Willie Mack. Now they have nobody left. Except, I guess, their XPW originals. And some other new talents that are just fat guys that look like hillbilly fat guys that look homeless. That I guess are indie wrestlers. And then they just hire deathmatch wrestlers from the indies. I don't know where these people came from. They look like not human. They look like mutants. Seriously. Where the fuck did they get them from? Where'd they find them? So here are some pretty funny comments, and I agree with them. These are fan comments under XPW's cagematch.net database about XPW. So one fan in January 5th, 2025 said porn and wrestling do not mix well. And what New Jack said about Rob Black is the fucking truth. And I don't fucking know how this company is still running. I never liked XPW I never liked XPW, they say, and I liked Rob Black, and despite of Rob giving a title to his wife that has no wrestling experience and needs help to win her matches is fucking pathetic. XPW, Rob Black and his wife are fucking pathetic. That's from one fan. He has a new wife. He's not married to Lizzie Borden anymore. I don't know what her real name was, but in XPW, she was Lizzie Borden. And I thought she was pretty hot back in 99 and to 2002, I thought she looked pretty good, but I was a fucking teenager at the time. I was 16, or wait, how old was I in October 99? Oh, when I first saw Lizzie Borden and became aware of her, I thought she was hot. Same as Christy Mist was a part of XPW for a short time. Again, all these women came from porn. I don't know where Lizzie Borden came from, but she was Rob Black's wife. I think she worked in the porn industry, a producer, a director. I don't fucking know. I don't care where she came from, what she did before. But, yeah. Going into October 99, I was 16 years old. In 17, 18, I thought Lizzie Borden looked pretty good. Thankfully, she got away from him, and they're divorced. I hope she's doing well, whatever the hell she's doing. Unless she's a mega idiot, then she can fuck off. I know Rob Black loves Trump. Fuck him for that. He's an idiot. There's another comment from a fan I like. From last September. Or no, January. January 9th. XPW, what a fucking cesspool this is. Even without the terrible politics in it. Rob Black is a scummiest promoter then and now. I agree. He is the absolute worst ever guy to be in wrestling. The worst ever wrestling promoter of all time. Now, there's been a lot of bad ones. A lot of stupid ones. A lot of dumbasses that I think I could have booked better than a lot of these promoters. I could have booked better than Jim Herd. That's for damn sure, and a few others. But, where was I? I lost a comment here. Here it is. Yeah, Rob Black, in my opinion, again, there's been a lot of scumbags and just horrible people that have been promoters, guys that have ripped off people. Paul Heyman did not pay people. But, yeah, Paul Heyman, that's his issue. Maybe karma will come to him, or when he passes away, he'll suffer. I don't fucking know. But, yeah, Paul Heyman did a bad thing by not paying his talents. But, again, he wasn't I wouldn't say he was a piece of shit, horrible promoter, because he was a good booker. But some might think different about Paul Heyman. I still like Paul Heyman. Even though I will admit he did rip off wrestlers. But a lot of promoters have lied, ripped off their talents, or lied to them. Vince McMahon Jr. lied to many wrestlers and didn't pay them what he said he would, but he still paid them. Eric Bischoff, a pretty good promoter. He just let his ego get out of control, I think, and end of 98, 99, his ego was probably out of control. And he Bischoff listened to Hogan too much and let Hogan do anything. But, yeah, Rob Black, definitely, even Bill Watts, some say he's a racist. Cowboy Bill Watts. I never met the guy. I don't know. I just heard stories. He's made racial comments, and that's sick. And that's wrong, and that's disgusting. There's no place in society or in wrestling for racism. No place for that bullshit. So this person goes on to say, there's nothing to describe Rob Black other than him being one of the biggest scumbags in wrestling right now. I'd rather watch Combat Zone or Game Changer Wrestling rather than this crap. I agree. I would do the same. I would rather watch Game Changer Wrestling. I think they do a lot of death matches, but some of their stuff I've seen from YouTube, Game Changer Wrestling, some of it was entertaining to me. They had a intergender battle royal. That was pretty entertaining. With a lot of mix of old wrestlers, legends, women in it, and current wrestlers. But this person says their booking is terrible. I agree. They don't know how to book a company. They have no storylines, no long-term storytelling, no good creative ideas have ever come out of XPW fucking ever. They've never had a good storyline. They don't even book storylines. They just book crap and death matches. And they go on to say Black's current wife is their TV champion. I don't know her name, but she, I believe, is their TV champion. 810 days wasted. God, that's a long time. I didn't even fucking know that. She's been a TV champion for 810 days, according to this fan. And they say, don't get me started with their Twitter. Yeah, their Twitter shit. Their Twitter is, this fan says their Twitter is being filled with the most usual far-right mega bullshit. This company is alive because sleazy Black just keeps coming and he doesn't know how to stop, and that's a bad thing. XPW is nothing but some edgy West Coast kid that tried to copy what the cool kid ECW was doing. Then they failed miserably. I agree. XPW was nothing but a ripoff of ECW. Nothing but a ripoff. They tried to be ECW on the West Coast, and they absolutely failed. Absolutely failed. They never delivered good matches. Never. Their best match, if I would really go back and think about their history in my head, their two best matches I've ever seen in XPW, and they weren't even that good. They were good to maybe better than good or average. We're on a DVD. I don't remember which XPW DVD, one of them, that I believe I have a few here I'm going to share with you because... But anyways, their best matches probably were Shane Douglas, Just Incredible, I think in late 2002 or early 2003, and Jerry Lynn and Juventud Guerrero. That was their best ever matches I saw in XPW, but those weren't even that good. They were average at best. So let's now talk about their last event. Or actually, let me share. They haven't run an event since fucking September. Or July 9th, 2004. 2024. Not 2004. I don't know if I have, yeah, I have other DVDs here that I have still. I tried to sell them, but guess what? No DVD store that would trade, buy, and sell. And this was years ago. I'm sure stores still exist that want to buy, sell DVDs because they're vintage and people still want to buy physical copies. Some people still want to go to stores and buy physical copies of old movies, VHS, DVDs, video games. But I tried to sell a lot of these. Stores wouldn't buy them. They were not interested at all in XPW DVDs. That's pretty hilarious. So I had to keep them. I had one of them I gave away to a friend. at one point, like 10 years ago. But here's one I got from Best Buy. And I think this company that put out the DVD bought the rights to XPW's library, I guess. I don't know if they still own the library. I don't fucking care. I think Rob Black got back a lot of the XPW library and put it on a website. I think. And I don't give a fuck what he's done with his library. I'm sure it doesn't even make him $100 a month or less. Probably doesn't even make $50 a month, his website. And I went to his website, whatever it's called, xpwwrestling.com or Stream XPW. I went there, I checked it out. It was shit. A lot of his videos he wants you to pay for are old porn clips, seriously. They're old porn clips of girls on casting couches from, I believe, his porn videos. That's all that's on his website. And he wants you to pay for that shit. Watching a girl on a casting couch. And these videos, I could tell they were old as shit. They're from like 98, 99, 2000. And he's trying to sell them on his fucking website. Does he not fucking realize in his stupid, demented, idiotic head? Does he not fucking realize porn is all over the internet free? But he's trying to sell his old porn videos. Or porn clips on a wrestling site. Which is just, again, stupid and wrong and dumb. That's just stupid to mix porn and pro wrestling. So anyways, here's this one I got at Best Buy. It's a 3 DVD set, XPW Wrestling, the first season of their television. There it is, 3 DVDs in here. Which I have, oh God, a lot of these matches are so unwatchable. They are so goddamn unwatchable. So I don't even bother watching them, but here's one of the DVDs, how it looks. And what do you know, a lot of former ECW former guys that Paul Heyman did not need anymore and got rid of. Here's John Cronus. There's one of the DVDs. Former Eliminator member with Perry Saturn. So this is what the back of it says. Again, all these matches are shit. None of them are good. The television production is god-awful. Looks super low budget. The lighting is shit. The early XPW shows, the lighting was so bad. But this, what the fuck, is about the return of XPW. I'll get to their last show in a minute. And what they're doing on their YouTube channel and their Twitter account, which is nothing. Nothing but shit is posted on there. I checked it out. I investigated. They're not posting anything about wrestling on their Twitter account. Yeah, this is a lie. Some idiot from F4WOnline.com, a wrestling site from years ago. I don't fucking know if it's even around. But some idiot claimed it's wrestling as you have never seen it before. Yeah, like some of the worst wrestling I've ever seen. And some of the shittiest production I've ever seen. Some of the worst booking I've ever seen. No creative. Just shit. Just a bunch of wrestlers that look like, again, not human. Bunch of mutants that look like they're out of a Resident Evil game. Trying to attack you. That's what their wrestlers will look like. A bunch of mutants nobody would ever hire that could not draw a dime, beating the fuck out of each other and bleeding and being in death matches. These are fucking all deathmatch wrestlers nobody wants, and nobody would ask, no fan would ever ask to ever see them or want to pay to see them. And these are some of the wrestlers XPW currently has. I don't know if they're still working for XPW, but they were there in 2024. Little Sickle. A wrestler named Little Sickle. I saw him cut a promo. He looked small as hell. He looked like he was a meth head. He looked super skinny. Didn't look like he had any talent. And he's a deathmatch guy. Little Sickle. And another guy, super fat guy. He's wearing overalls, and God, he was a fat piece of shit. Looked like he had no talent, no business to be in wrestling. Hardcore Hillbilly. That's another one of their wrestlers. Good God. But then it goes on to say, good description, in the year 2000, XPW, the Renegade Wrestling and Promotion. No, you weren't. You were not renegades, ever. You were not ahead of your time. You were not groundbreaking. Yeah, you were controversial, but for all the wrong reasons. Just doing dumb shit, stupid dumb shit that could never get you a TV deal. And they never did. Their TV was, this XPW television was like on their website, I think. Always. That's the only place they can show it, is YouTube or their own website. And YouTube would probably flag them and ban their videos if they tried to post their old stuff. Some fan actually did post all the XPW TV shows on a channel. So, it says XPW's causing controversial worldwide. Launch XPW TV syndication throughout the United States. No, it wasn't. I don't know where it was syndicated. LA, California, that's it. As far as I'm concerned, I never saw it. In my area, it was never on in Wisconsin. Maybe it was in New York or Pittsburgh or Philadelphia at one point. Would run for 4 years, over 130 episodes. Now, for the first time ever, the complete first season XPW TV is available on DVD, 13 episodes. God, they're delusional. That would lay the groundwork for a wrestling revolution. No, it didn't. As I said, XPW was a cancer of pro wrestling. Even Vince Russo. Seriously, Vince Russo, I'd rather have book than Rob Black. Russo is better than Rob Black. I will say that. Yeah, it was shit. Here are some of the wrestlers they had. Again, this is not the current. They don't have any of these guys currently. It's at maybe one or two left. Shane Douglas said, Chris Candido, Tammy Sitch, Big Dick Dudley, Sabu Axaron, Public Enemy, John Cronus, Abdullah the Butcher, Tracy Smothers, Supreme, which Supreme passed away, I believe. I did see his daughter trying to wrestle 2 to 3 years ago, and I felt bad for her. She was doing death matches. Chaos, a Messiah, the WSN, and the N stands for the N-word. Good God, you're fucking idiots, XPW. They named a tag team the WSN. God almighty. Homeless Jimmy, Carlito Montana, White Trash, Johnny Webb, Mr. 80s, Dynamite D, Pogo the Clown, Jake Lawless. Also, the girls of the X-Girls, Christy Miss, Jasmine St. Clair, and Jessica Darling. and Lizzie Borden. What was the name of the other porn star they had? I forget her name. But she wore glasses. I forget her name. Who cares? But yeah, and Jasmine St. Clair was still working in XPW last year, 2023, 2022. She's still fucking working there somehow because she's a fucking wacko mega. She's a mega. Her brain is infected with mega thoughts. Her and Rob Black are super mega. Good God. So here's another one. Enter, exit Sandman, enter Shark Boy. This is a DVD I bought. Again, I was desperate. From 99 to the end of 2002, I will admit I bought XPW videos because I was desperate for other wrestling than just WWE. But what I realized, XPW wasn't wrestling, it was crap. But again, I was an obsessed fan. I still am. I would buy anything wrestling because, especially when WCW, CW went under, then I kept buying XPW. Here's Best of Lizzie Borden XPW DVD. Again, I thought she was pretty hot. I don't know how she looks now, and I don't care. Jasmine St. Clair, she doesn't look bad now, but she's a fucking mega wacko. Baptized in Blood. I had Baptized in Blood 1 and 2 on VHS, but I don't know where the hell they went. Here's Baptized in Blood 3. And R-Truth, Ron Killings, is actually on this show. I don't know why he agreed to work there before he went to TNA. Or after. Maybe he's still in TNA and he was there. Because TNA used to let their wrestlers work some indies, I guess. Ring of Honor and TNA and MLW. So yeah, Baptized in Blood 3, Night of Champions. It's a god-awful event. The production looks like shit. They're in like a bull ring stadium, a bull ring. There's dirt all over the floor outside the ring. God, it looks shitty. Super low budget. But yeah, here's Baptized in Blood 3. They had a tag team at one point called Mexico's Most Wanted. They were pretty good workers, good luchadors, but XPW did not let them do much of anything. And this was their third annual King of the Deathmatch tournament. So you see they had to put on their DVDs graphic violence, explicit language, parental advisory. They're at the bottom. There's another one. This is probably the worst DVD of all time. Worst wrestling show maybe I've ever seen. Might be worse than Heroes of Wrestling. And again, it's in a bull ring stadium where there's dirt all over the floor outside the ring. It looks like shit. Blown to Hell. Supreme, two fat guys beating the fuck out of each other, bleeding all over the place in a death match. Supreme and Vic Grimes in an exploding ring match. I threw this DVD around so much, the disc is probably like damaged. There's some scrapes on it. There's the DVD if you want to see it. Two fat, ugly guys bleeding. That they had no talent. They just beat the fuck out of each other with weapons. This is not a XPW DVD. This is a different DVD. Jerry Lawler, Terry Funk, indie promotion. That was run by Blue Mini and Jasmine St. Clair, they were called 3PW. They even had Todd Gordon up here in 3PW. I think he gave funding to them, who knows. Final 2 XPW Wrestling Free Fall. New Jack and Vic Grimes in a 40-foot scaffold match. And then we have a buck naked match where they claimed their opponent would be stripped naked in the arena. And that's how you won, I guess. Good God. Horrible booking. Buck naked match where you stripped your opponent nude, I guess, and that's how you won between, here she is, what's her name? The woman with the glasses, I couldn't remember her name, Veronica Kane. Yeah, Veronica Kane and Lizzie Borden. And I believe I saw Veronica Kane on their YouTube channel on XPW TV recently, or 2 or 3 years ago. Final show I have is XPW Genocide, where they tried to do a War Games and it was shit. It looked super low budget. It was so low budget, one part of the cage, they couldn't even fit a roof over the second ring. I don't know why. They couldn't afford another cage roof, I guess. It looked horrible. New Jack's on this show, Pogo the Clown, and there's Veronica Kane again. The glasses. She was with the Enterprise against the Black Army. And then, what's her name? She was in adult entertainment. She was in adult films, I think. Or I don't know what she did in them. But she was in them. I think before she was hired by WCW. And then she went to XPW. Major Guns. There she is. Major Guns actually was there. And a piece of shit fat guy that had no talent, Pogo the Clown. I don't know where the fuck he is. Hopefully he's dead. Because, he had a shit gimmick. So, yeah, that, and oh my God, they actually had, because Evan Courageous, I guess, was looking for work. I think he became a male porn star, Evan Courageous. Formerly in WCW with 3 Count. I think I did hear that he was in adult films or something at one point. Yeah, Evan Courageous was in a 4-way. Or, no, Evan Courageous took on Vic Grimes. Good God, I'm sure that match sucked. New Jack was on the show. Pogo the Clown. Juventud Guerrero. And the Sandman. So yeah, good God. Genocide. So there's all my XPW DVDs. Now let's get back to what they're currently fucking up to again. I don't know how in the fucking hell they have survived and came back. Seems like they're not doing well. I don't know if they can't get funding or the funds or advertisers. Who the fuck would want to advertise with XPW and give them money? But I don't know what's going on, why they can't run another show. Not that I want them to. I would want them to go away for good, actually. Because they're bad for wrestling. Their last show was a pay-per-view. But it wasn't on pay-per-view. It was on streamxpw.com. They used to be on Fight TV, but I don't know what happened to that deal. They are not on Fight TV anymore. I don't even know if Fight TV exists. I never hear about them anymore. because AEW and TNA used to be on Fight TV, but they got off of there for their own streaming services. So their last show is called Symphony of Destruction, and as I said, Megadeth should have sued them for using that name, because that's a Megadeth song. Symphony of Destruction was in Glendale, California at a theater, and you want to know the attendance? This is laughable. Like, what the fuck? Your attendance, what you drew, 70 people. 70 fans. I don't know how 70 people, why the fuck would they want to pay? But they did, I guess. Or they were let in free. What the hell were the tickets? $10? 20? I wouldn't even go to XPW show if the ticket was $5. I wouldn't even pay that. I wouldn't even pay $1. So a guy in RoboCop says, I'll pay $1 for that, or whatever he says in RoboCop. Or I'd buy that for $1. Well, I would not buy XPW for $1 to go to their shows. Or to watch their events, if they ever come back. I would not even pay $1. Maybe a penny. Maybe I'll give him a penny if it costed a penny. I'd give him a penny, or I'd throw a penny at him. So yeah, they broadcast on streamxpw.com. 70 fans are there. The broadcast was a live pay-per-view, and it was the shits. It was god-awful. You had some guy named Rob Shit defeat Slice Boogie. Never heard of them. XPW women's title match. Mickey Knuckles. I've seen her work, and she's shit. She's some fat woman that cannot work and does deathmatch wrestling. She defeated Reina Mayu. Three-way hardcore match. Hardcore Hillbilly defeated Michael Kruger and Tommy Trainwreck. Good God, I'm sure that match was a train wreck. And for some reason, JTG worked on it. Formerly from Crime Time WWE. JTG defeated Eli or Ellie or who cares. Everfly, who cares. Hope JTG got paid well, that's all I'll say. But if I was a wrestler, I'd be embarrassed. I would not work for XPW. XPW King of the Deathmatch title, Homeless Jimmy is still working there. He's got to be in his 50s. He's got to be at least like 55. He defeated Judge Joe Dredd. And then, finally, the XPW West Coast Heavyweight title match. Necro Butcher defeated Bad Dude Tito. Never heard of these guys. I heard of Necro Butcher, and he is shit. He is crap. He's a garbage wrestler. He has no talent, in my opinion. He has no business in a ring. And he's got to be like 60, and he looks horrible. Necro Butcher, I've seen him from like last year or 2 years ago. He looks horrible. He looks about 80. And he's not even 60. See how old he is. 51 years old. God, he is shit. He's one of the worst wrestlers of all time. Calling him a wrestler is actually an insult to the wrestling business. Let's see, how old is Homeless Jimmy? 51 years old, Homeless Jimmy. He was not good when he was in his prime. He was shit when he was younger. So XPW Symphony of Destruction, their last show, and it was an embarrassment. Only drew 70 fans. How the fuck can you survive drawing 70 fans? I don't fucking know how they're around. Why are they around? Nobody asked for this. Nobody wanted them to come back, but they came back. Absolutely no wrestling fan missed XPW and did not ask for them to return. Ever. Nobody missed them. As I said in part 1, I think, they're like a cockroach. They're the cockroach of the wrestling business. You keep trying to kill them, and they keep coming back. They keep surviving. So let's check out their social media accounts. I know their YouTube had lower subscribers than me. And I'm just a fucking fan. That's embarrassing. Yeah. I'm ahead of them. I'm ahead of them in subscribers, I think. Their views are pretty low, too. 236,000 views. That's low for a wrestling promotion. And what are they doing on their YouTube channel? They're uploading interviews of porn girls on casting couches. They're talking to porn girls, and these videos look like they're about 25 years old. A girl named Cinnamon Love. Seriously, this picture of her, look at that. These are old as fuck. Like 25-year-old casting couch interviews that Rob Black is posting on his YouTube channel. On XPW's YouTube. That's embarrassing. That's pathetic. There's more. Good. Seriously, go to their Twitter. Look up his videos. Press on videos. They're a bunch of shit. None of it's barely wrestling. Another XPW girl tryout. XPW girl tryout. Another XPW girl tryout. Another one. God, some of these girls, man, I feel sorry for them. I bet they didn't make hardly anything in porn. God, they wanted a career in the adult entertainment industry, and I'm sure they got chewed up and spit out by Rob Black. And all these girls, man, I haven't heard of any of them. God almighty. And then you're using your YouTube, XPW's YouTube channel, Rob Black. You're fucking using it to put on your own show, which is horrible. I tried to listen to you for 10 minutes. It was unwatchable. It was boring as fuck. You were ranting and going on and on about tariffs are good. That tariffs are a good thing for the country, you thought. No, they're not. They're stupid, in my opinion. That's why it's called a tariff war. Starting a war with other countries is fucking stupid. Yeah, every country should get a fair deal with each other, but not start a trade war. Just get fair deals and make deals. Work with other countries to get income. Not fucking try to absolutely just rip them off and kill the economy and destroy it. According to Rob Black, Trump is great and tariffs are great. No, they're not. They're fucking stupid. Yeah, the Rob Black Show, he's putting on the YouTube, XPW's YouTube channel, the Rob Black Show. Nobody asked for you. Nobody fucking asked for you, Rob Black, to put on a show and give your political thoughts. You fucking moron. Dumb motherfucker. Dumb ass idiot. God, all these videos, a lot of them, 2 years ago, or Rob Black Show. Horrible. Your YouTube channel is horrible. Unwatchable. I don't even subscribe to it. See the subscribe button? I'm not subscribing because you don't have good wrestling on there. You don't even put on good hardcore matches. You put on shit. All you put on is death matches. You got one episode 10 months ago of XPW TV episode 57, which I checked out, but it was unwatchable. It was shit, in my opinion. Your whole product is shit. Your whole product is shit. Why'd you come back? Why'd you bring it back? Nobody asked for it. Nobody wanted it. I sure didn't. So yeah, their official subscribers are 4,570 something. Let's see what I have. I think I have more than that, or I'm close to it. I have 4,600. 4,619 I have. So before, I'm going to say before July, before August, I'll be above XPW subscribers. That's unreal. If a fan and fans that run wrestling YouTube channels, if fans can get above your subscribers, you should be embarrassed. Rob Black, you should be fucking embarrassed that your company is a failure. The return is a fucking failure. If other streamers and YouTubers that are wrestling fans got way more subscribers than you, way more views, and your views are, as I said, 200,000 or 230,000, I destroy your views. I got over 2 million, at least. So let's check out XPW social media account on Twitter. Let's see what they got. Their numbers. They tell you right now, I got way more followers than they do. I know that for a fact. That's just a fact. Look at my Twitter, at WWE NXT Guy, and then look at the XPW Wrestling, at the XPW Wrestling's Twitter. They only got 4,141 followers. There it is. That's low numbers. That's pathetic. The return has been a failure. It's the official Twitter of XPW Wrestling, and it's a failure. I don't follow you, and you barely got 4,000 followers. Oh, and you're back to your fucking Rob Black show, you dumb fuck. No one wants to listen to you. You're not entertaining. Your show is free, or people can download it, but who the fuck would listen to it? Nobody would ever pay you to listen to your thoughts. Ever. Like, seriously, if you try to do a show and have people pay you, subscribers pay you, memberships pay you for the Rob Black show, nobody would fucking pay you. Only fucking morons. And you got 160 views. 160 views. That's what you got in your Rob Black show from 4 days ago. That's just ego. Your stupid fucking ego is you putting on your Rob Black show, trying to think people want to hear your thoughts about politics or the country, how it's going, or I don't know what the fuck you talk about, Trump, every show, or the politics. I don't fucking know. But you're an embarrassment, Rob Black. Your return of XPW's been an embarrassment and god-awful and a failure. Your wrestling is shit. It's shit. It's the worst wrestling promotion out there. I stand by it. It's worse than CZW, worse than Game Changer Wrestling. I got nothing against Game Changer Wrestling. I just barely follow them. I don't follow them. I don't follow their product, but I got nothing against them. I guarantee you, Game Changer Wrestling's making way more of a profit probably than XPW's Return ever has. And then your wife, I don't know if she's your wife or she's probably your wife. Cat Martini. Cat Martini, I guess, works at a video store and a porn store selling sex toys. There she is. In her, a video store that sells sex toys, or I don't know what the fuck they sell. It looks like a sex store to me. The whole store is sex stuff. Lubes and shit. And dildos. That's I guess Rob Black and his wife sell. They own a video store. I don't even know if that's his wife. If Cat Martini's his wife, I don't know. But XPW's retweeting, quote tweeting her video post from April 28th. WrestleMania, and then he put out a video April 24th, the Rob Black's Twitter. He put out a video, WrestleMania 41 is over, and they're still talking about, he's still talking about the guy that was deported and sent to El Salvador. Garcia. Garcia. Rob Black is talking about him. Why? We don't fucking want to know your thoughts about him. You dumb fuck. So I guess fucking weekly, this fool, Rob Black's a fool. He's a dumbass. He has no business ever being in wrestling. He never had any business being in it. He was a mark and a fan for ECW. He thought back in 99, 98, he thought, oh, I want to work with Paul Heyman and be like ECW and work with ECW on the West Coast. And Paul Heyman refused. Basically told him, fuck off, I don't need you. And Paul Heyman is right for not working with Rob Black, because I'm sure Paul Heyman looked him up and found out, oh, this guy's just a creep. He's a real creep, and he runs he ran his own porn business. And you think there's some shady people in wrestling. Porn industry, I'm sure, has a lot of shady scam artist creeps also that run it. So this fucker, Rob Black, he shares on the YouTube for XPW. He just shares the Rob Black show. They put up no new uploads. They have no new videos to try to keep their fan base entertained, to still be their fans. I'm sure they don't have any fans left. And then he uses XPW's Twitter for himself, to benefit himself in his Rob Black show. That's fucking stupid. I thought you were a promoter. Why aren't you pushing XPW, you dumb fuck? Instead, you want your ego to push your own show. You think XPW fans are going to listen to the Rob Black show. No, we're not. And I'm not a fucking XPW fan, so I wouldn't listen anyway. But I tried to do research and listen to you, and it was unlistenable. It was unwatchable. It was boring as fuck. It was not entertaining. And how you talk is boring. Seriously, I don't like how you talk. It was annoying. How you talk and how you sound. You're not a radio host. You're not a good host of a show. You suck. You suck. I don't know what you're trying to be, a right-wing host for Trump. I don't know what the fuck you think you're doing with your life. Yeah, you probably got a successful business, a video store, a sex store. Good for you. But you are not You should not be in entertainment. You should not have your own radio show, podcast. You suck at it. And some might say I suck as a host on my own channel, but I'm just a fucking wrestling fan. And I'm just recording myself, giving out my thoughts and passion over pro wrestling. Mostly just WWE, TNA, AEW thoughts. And I go back in time and talk about the past also. So actually, I'm going to try to listen to what the fuck he said. Or what he wanted to say. What were his thoughts that were so great that he has to have his own show. I guess he got his fucking show on Spotify and Apple somehow. He got it on there. So fans pay him, I guess. I don't fucking know, but let's try to see what he says. I guess it froze. So yeah, Twitter doesn't even want me to listen to his show because it's probably so fucking unwatchable and boring. So the Twitter app crashed when I tried to listen to it. Yeah, well, XPW official Twitter home of it. You haven't ran a show since July 2024, which drew 70 fans. That is a huge failure. I bet you Herb Abrams in UWF, I bet he drew more than 70 people. So I can't go, what the hell, I can't fast forward on this video here. See what the fool is talking about. Listen to how he talks and how he sounds. It's unlistenable. He's horrible as a host.
A family leaves behind, and then the dog, goes cross country in search of its family, and it gets into all these adventures. And along,
how he talks is god awful. Don't have a voice for radio. You don't have a good voice for a podcast. You shouldn't even be appearing on camera either. You look like shit. God, it's dumbfounding. Why the fuck he would think people would want to listen to his thoughts on a Rob Black show. No, his video froze, but look at there he is, ugly motherfucker. Unwatchable, unlistenable. XPW as a promotion is shit. It is absolute shit. The only show I watched is When You Returned was, I think, 2023 or 22. I watched the show just to see Taya Valkyrie. She was an XPW Women's champion at one point. I don't know what she got paid to appear in XPW, but she's definitely hasn't appeared since because she's signed with AEW. And after XPW, obviously she didn't want to work there. She wanted to be in NXT, WWE, or TNA, or AEW. Obviously. She didn't want to stay in fucking XPW. My final thoughts. The return of XPW. I'm at a loss for words. And I'm never at a loss for words. But what the fuck? What the fuck were you thinking? Returning. Trying to come back. I don't know what the hell you were thinking. I really don't. The best thing you tried to do with the return of XPW is you brought in Ty Valkyrie and Camille. And obviously they did not stay there. They did not want to work there. I don't know if you tried to sign them to a contract. I doubt it. Because Camille was in the NWA at the time. And I don't know why Billy Corgan would let you work in XPW. But maybe he let you, or he didn't care if you did. I don't know. But yeah, even Billy Corgan in the NWA. Even Billy Corgan's NWA is a million times better than the return of XPW. Even now. Even right now. In 2025. Billy Corgan, at least a guy, gives wrestlers a place to work. And he's not a shit deathmatch promotion. I don't like his booking, but... And I totally disagreed with him giving the world title to Tigress. That was horrible. He was one of the worst world champions of all time, for sure. Now you got Tom Lattimore as your world champ, I guess. And recently took on Baron Corbin for the title in Maple Leaf Wrestling. I saw that video up here on YouTube last night. Tom Lattimore, NWA champion against Baron Corbin for the NWA title on Maple Leaf Wrestling. But my point is, every promoter in history, even the guys that ripped off wrestlers and lied to them, tried to scam them, not pay them, even those promoters are better than Rob Black will ever be. He's a shit promoter. The worst of all time. The absolute worst. A million times worse than Billy Corgan. A million times worse head writer, creative than Russo. A million times worse than Bischoff, Bill Watts. He is the worst. Rob Black is a fucking cancer to wrestling. He's an embarrassment to... It's embarrassing. He thinks he's in the wrestling business. You're not. You're in the deathmatch, low budget shit television show. Trying to promote, produce. That's what business you're in. A shit wrestling promotion that you do not promote. Gave up on again. Or ran out of money to run shows again. You're a failure of a wrestling promoter. You suck at it. You're using XPW's Twitter as you're using it for your own Rob Black show to give out your political thoughts, which nobody would fucking ever care to know. You're an idiot. You're a mega moron. You're a fucking mega moron. That's all you are. And to me, you're not in the wrestling business. You never were. You were just a mark of ECW and thought you could be ECW, and you failed. ECW was good. They had good matches, good storylines, great matches. You never put on a great match ever. In the history of XPW, they have never had a great match or a 5-star match. And if Dave Meltzer ever gave them a star rating, I hope it'd be minus 5 or 10 stars, because that's what XPW is. Minus stars. Their star rating for their return has been minus 10 stars. Minus 10 stars. What the fuck? You tried to return. The return has been a failure. You did return. Not try. You did, but it's been a failure. What the fuck? Why'd you come back? Nobody asked for it. Nobody wanted it. And fuck you, Rob Black. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Bye for now.